I hope you are well and you are fine. We will be discussing social media. We will be discussing social media, rules and regulations, and behaviors, ethics, how we supposed to handle social media, the mass media. There are important ethics and rules that we need to consider them. That is why I'm here today, to discuss that. But first, let me welcome you all for your consideration and your full attention to those things I share with you. And I do thank you really for your time listening and following, and I'm really grateful for that. And we are here talking and discussing important topic, which is, as I said, the social media. The social media. And how do we suppose to handle it and take care of social media, those tools and means we have in our daily life. In general, those social media platforms are meant really for us in order to connect socially and to contact each other, to understand each other, and to be more closer. And even in a modern way, is for us in order to grow and develop. That is why it's really very important to know how should we handle social media very well. So social media, as I said, are really very important, but we have to take care of certain things, especially those rules when someone call us, or even message us. We supposed to know certain things, you see, especially like during the call or during the messaging, when somebody is online or available, it doesn't mean he or she is available in order to be contact. Sometimes it's only a person is just only online, but is busy doing other things like sleeping, eating, studying, working, or also like he could be talking to someone else, or even we could say he is in a situation that he cannot speak or interact with anybody. Maybe he's in a very bad feeling and he or she doesn't want to hurt someone while talking to or while responding to. That is why social media, people need to consider those things. To consider those things that when someone is online, he or she doesn't mean that available in order to be contacted, or even he or she is supposed to respond immediately. That is not right to put in our consideration that he or she is supposed to respond. And then we will get angry if we call someone and he or she did not answer at the same time. As I said, people, they have their own things and excuses. So that is where the good justification will come. To think about other people's situation. Same like we face those situations. Sometimes someone will call us and then we will be busy, as I said, sleeping, eating, drinking, working, or even interacting with someone else at the presence, or even we are not in a good feeling. So when someone will just meet us and then later say, I phoned you, I messaged you, you did not answer me, you did not call me, then this person, you will say, how come? I was busy. That is why they said, treat people the way you want to be treated. Treat people the way you want to be treated. As people say, give respect and take respect. Give respect and take respect. In additional, also, like when you call someone and he or she did not answer at the time, don't repeat calling. Because by repeating the calling, maybe the person is praying, or as I said, busy at work or doing something really very important, or even in a public place trying just to finish something. And then by you keep calling and calling, definitely the ringtone, it will just make noise for those people around, you see. Or at least if he was sleeping or relaxing, then you will wake him or you will wake her up. That is why we have to put in our consideration those things. Good excuse, justification, okay? And also, like as I said, just think that people are in our own situation. Like when we receive a call and we don't want to answer. This is the same thing that we're supposed to think about. The other thing is that is related to the electronic crimes. The electronic crimes and those offenses which will happen publicly for people. So, and this is related to, when you attack somebody in order just only to ruin his own reputation or her own reputation, to attack in a very bad way. In addition, it's like you are cursing somebody or just using bad words against someone, okay? Or also related to rumors. Related to rumors. Because these days people, as I said, it's really very easy for them in order to have those tools and social media. Then, like out of having nothing to do, people, they will put themselves in a trouble with other people. Especially having no knowledge in order to handle those classified informations which people receive, or even if we didn't say the classified informations, but at least any informations. People have no awareness in order to handle those informations when they will receive and when they will send. Like someone will send a video or an audio message, or at least anything else, like a message, a text, a context, a video, an audio message, a voice message. So then before someone will think about that, they will forward it, especially if it is related to people. And here we need to be aware. As I said, some people, they take other people advantage. They take their ignorance as an advantage. You will be used as a tool in order to take a message across. And people have no any understanding about that. They only say, yeah, I received a message. Oh, yeah, this is about this guy, this is about this topic, blah, blah. So without thinking who sent these informations to be publicly published. At least a person should think twice about that, because at last there will be consequences about them. There will be consequences. If you did not think well and you just forward those informations, maybe if it is about someone, somebody, or even an institution, private or a governmental institution, or whatever, or non-governmental organization, so those entities, they may sue you and you will be taken to court, where it is expectable to be jailed or to pay fine. You see, as a compensation for the act that you did, as a compensation for them, because you did something bad. Again, it's their reputation. That is why it's really highly recommended that you will think twice before sending any information. And within this time, where only few people, they have conscience and they follow those ethical rules, it is easily that you will be, or you would be, manipulated and taken advantage. Because whatever it will come to your hand, you are going to take it forward. And that is not right. Therefore, we're supposed to be really very well aware about those things we share with people. We have to take care of the things that we share with people, and to put ourselves in a responsibility that we are responsible and wise enough, knowing how to handle these informations and benefit exactly from the social media. Something else related to that, which is really those hate speech. The hate speech which is publicly spread like the air on the space, where people find it really very easy in order to share those hate speech. Someone attacking other nation, someone attacking other race, someone attacking a tribe, someone attacking a religious congregation or a sect. Those things, really, it will lead to wars and many problems. It will create a problem out of nowhere. That is why people have to think about those hate speech. If somebody sent a message, a video, audio call, or audio message, we have to think before forwarding those messages very well. Why? Because sometimes those messages, when it will come through us and we send it to those people we know, maybe someone he has no mentality where it will filter those informations and try to be calm, and then directly will take an action based on that material he or she received. And then who knows, maybe he or she will kill or even destroy or do anything bad as a crime, only from the message that we sent and shared with them. It's really very important, very, very important that we have to stop these hate speech we receive from time to time. As people say, like whatever message that we have and receive, at least we should just let it stop from here, not to be taken forward. That is why we're supposed to be a process of filtration, especially if you are really wise enough, and you are wise enough, you are not going to share any information with people that will just add more troubles and problems to people. And personally, I do that. I don't send or forward any message that contain very bad words or even could create problems, because it is a responsibility. We are responsible about that. So this hate speech is supposed to stop, and definitely it will create more problems. And even as I said, sometimes a war between tribes or between sects or between nation to nation, it will start that way, which is really very well known previously, like the Cold War. And this is the soft power. And as I said, we are in a time where we will find so many people, they are heartless, they have no conscience, so they will just take those messages forward. And as people say, or Machiavelli said, aim justify the means. That is how people take that message advantage and manipulate other people, hurting other people, just because they are looking for something. That is why we have to be really very careful about it. And in case if people really, like, they have kind of any differences between each other, at least those people, they could go to court. There is a legal process so people, they can solve their own problems. But not only you will just find social media as a platform in order to go and attack and even sometimes say things which are not right about the other person. And this is really happening in our days. Especially if there were two lovers or two friends or even partners, business partners. Sometimes when they will have any kind of differences or even misunderstanding, directly they could go somewhere where you are sharing same people, and then they will just try to share some classified private informations with other people. That is not right. That is not right. It's supposed to be respect. If there is any kind of misunderstanding with someone I don't need to go publicly and share whatever that was private and a secret between me and the other person. That kind of life or relation is supposed to be respected. Instead of just going to publish, we have to address those issues. And if the relations came to an end, at least we should just say thank you for the time that I spent with you, and I'm done. That is it. But really, for someone to go and publicly publish whatever, and go publicly and publish whatever, this is a crime. If we don't know, it's a crime. Because if you really have a right and you deserve it, there are legal ways you can go to the court and ask for what is yours. But being on a social media platforms, talking and backbiting, that is not ethical. That is not ethical, and it's not logic. And at the same time, as I said, we shouldn't be as a tools to be manipulated, to be taken advantage. That people, they will send some messages, two people have problems, then you will be like as a bridge from here and there. They have to discuss their own issues alone, their own problems alone, instead of wasting other people's time. Really, that is heinous. That is really very bad. At least, as I said, it's supposed to be respect between people. And people need to be aware about the electronic crimes. There are crimes which you will be jailed for, you will be fined for, especially related to this social media. About those informations, videos, messages, audio messages, those are really very classified informations that people have to be very well aware in order to deal with them. Not only an easier thing that you will go and just share forward things that which is not good. As a wise person, you will be able to understand that. But if you did not, definitely you will put yourself in a trouble and a problem, and then you will know. So learning in an easy way, it is better than learning through a lesson. Because when a lesson will come, there will be consequences. That there will be a price that you have to pay. That is why we're supposed to think about it. And even ethically, at least we should cover. If someone really did something bad, at least we're supposed to cover. Because nobody is exempted from making a mistake. We are all human and we are not perfect. That is why being or realizing and admitting that you are not perfect, then you need to consider yourself as a wise person in order to deal wisely with information you receive from other people. And even sometimes when people, they will give you trust, that you will trust somebody trusted you and shared certain information with you, or even gave you kind of consideration, you don't need to take advantage of that and to be like a person who is just going to share the other information with people as a bridge, taken from here and there. You will lose so many people. You will not have friendships, because to be given a trust, that is not an easier thing. It's not an easier thing. And if that trust is lost, it's not an easier thing that you can just gain it or return it for you again or bring it back. That is difficult and even almost impossible. That is why at least people have to be well aware. I'm repeating, well aware in these relations with people. And even if you receive something really personal from someone and you saw this thing is good, then you can just go back to the other person and ask him or ask her, sorry, can I share this information? Can I share this video or audio? If you don't mind, because sharing things without the acceptance of other people, definitely that is going to make a trouble for us. It's going to make a problem for us. Especially, as I said, now the social media, sometimes it will make problems for people, and some people, they lost their job because of certain informations that they share with other people. Therefore, at least we supposed to be conscious, having a vigilant mind which will always think before will act, thinking twice. And as I said, our mind should always be ready to do kind of filtration, to filter the informations, the things that we need to share with other people. Not only I will just make myself, as I said, as a bridge, whatever it will come to me, I will just forward. No. Because if someone sent to me something, okay, now the responsibility is mine. How I suppose to handle these informations that I received. But rarely do people think about this. That is why so many problems are happening and so many relations are lost, because people have no knowledge to handle information. Because people have no knowledge in order to handle information. So even sometimes, as I said, like if you have a private conversations with somebody, when you have a private conversation with somebody, this is something private. Okay? A person gave you a chance in order to stay in touch with you. Then you don't need and you have no right in order to go and reshare, or even as people always do, is to make a screenshot. No. Only if it is really necessary for something, even by questioning the person or asking his or her permission in order to do that. But sharing information with people, and these informations you did not ask the other person's permission, you are going to put yourself in a trouble. Really in a trouble. And with our own ignorance, some people, they will get rich. Really. Because you will be taken to jail and you will be asked to pay a fine from time to time, and the wise people, clever people, they will gain money from that. That is why we're supposed to be very well aware. Even related to these ethics and rules and the standards of social media, at least we shouldn't connect virtually. We shouldn't connect virtually online talking to somebody for chit chat, socializing while we are with other people, because like that you did not give respect to those whom are around you. The second thing is that you need to reduce, to lower your own voice if you happen to talk in an important call, or even to reduce the sound of the ringing. If you are like also with people, you don't need just to to annoy other people while you are there with them. And here, especially related to those public places, restaurants, institutions and ministries, public transportation, public parks, streets, those places are not ours. We have our own homes, but we don't own the public arena. That is why while you are in a public place, you're supposed to maintain those ethics. Not to raise your voice, or even the sound of the ringing tone, or even while you are watching something and other people are there, instead use the headset. That is the ethical way. And here I do remember the Japanese, for the silent mode, they always write ethics mode. And that is how we supposed to consider the things. Also, one of those things that people need to consider is that we shouldn't lie. If someone asks us, like, where are you now? How long does it take for you to be here? You don't need to say, I'm nearby, only 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Respect the time of people. You should say, okay, exactly, if you are really very far and it takes you long, you should say, okay, it takes me long to be there. 1 hour, half an hour, 2 hours. But don't say, I'm here nearby, and then the person will consider only 5-10 minutes and it takes half an hour. Maybe he or she has something else to do. So that is why we should respect other people's time. That is really very important. And also related to respecting people's time is that also when we call somebody or would like to call somebody for socializing, at least before we proceed, we're supposed to ask if the person, he or she, has a free time to talk. If the person has a free time to talk, because maybe we would like to talk and the person is doing something else, or would like to do something else. That is why you should take care of this too. Other thing is that also we don't need to be addicted for social media and then to forget the surroundings. And here I indicate to children, because some parents, what they will do is that if they have other things to do, they will hand over the mobile or the tab to their own child in order to be busy with, so that they can find space and time to do other things. And we don't know This way, we are helping the child to be addicted with those social media and technologies and isolate him or herself from the family and society. In addition, even those technologies, we don't know, they have kind of radiations which will affect negatively the child's health. It will affect the child's health. So we're supposed to think about it before even like making our child busy with those technologies. Especially even if we are not observing or trying to see what or to find out what our child is really watching and following. In addition, even the child will get used to those devices, and then if it happened to go somewhere with the child, or even if you receive somebody at home, the child will try to grab that telephone from the guest, the one that you received, and then there will be kind of shame. That is why we're supposed to be careful about this. We're supposed to be careful about this. Even also, it's like making them addicted with technologies, which is really very bad. Making them addicted with technologies. This is not good to happen too. So finally, I will summarize again. I said social media platforms are really very good platforms where we can benefit from them, and they are only means and platforms. They have no any harm. The harm related to how we perceive, to how we behave. It will relate also to how we handle them, because they are only tools. That is why, like as I said, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, all those platforms. And we have to be well aware that if somebody is available online or connected, it doesn't mean the person is available 24 hours in order to respond to you, or even to answer your call whenever you call. Because when you call in your free time, and you don't own other people's time. Because the time you call, maybe, as I said, the person is praying, the person is eating, the person is drinking, the person is sleeping, the person is working, or even at least he or she may be in a state of feeling that which will not allow him or her in order to answer you perfectly and to talk with you while in a comfort or comfortably. That is why we have to put justification, good justification and excuses for other people. And in this regard, always we have to put ourselves in other people's shoes. To think that even sometimes people, they call us while we will be doing something. Then we have to consider also those people, maybe they are busy with something in their own life, and we need to consider it. Other things is that, as I said too, is that we have to be well aware about those electronic crimes, and mainly about informations that we don't need to share anything related to someone, or even we don't need to criticize negatively someone that, and we have no any information about that, or even to say bad words as accusations, because this, it could take us to jail. It will take us to the court so that we could be responsible and to pay fines for other people that we caused them damage. That is why awareness is required here. In addition to that, whatever we receive from informations that other people send, we have, before we forward them, we should think twice as a filtration, because at last we will be responsible about these informations that we share. And especially if those informations are not really accurate or are not good for people, then any damage those information will cause, then ethically, in the beginning, we will be responsible about that. That is in case if we did not say any legal liabilities or liabilities. So that is how we're supposed to think about this situation. And to be very well aware, as I said, within this time where people rarely have conscience and they use means in order to get their own interest, that we will not put ourselves in a place where other person could manipulate us and take us advantage through those informations he or she share, that we can share with other people and cause the damage. And here, knowingly or unknowingly, whatever happens, we are responsible. We are responsible because it is a crime. So also one thing which is really very important, as I said, is that the hate speech. And the hate speech, as I said, now many people, they are like heartless and they don't have any conscience. That is why they always share any information and try even to get their own interests through any means. Even if people, thousands of people, they will die, they don't care. They only care about what they want. So this hate speech that related to tribes, related to sectarian violence, related to the race, related to a nation against other nation. So we have to be careful about these informations, because maybe we will share something and the thing that we will share, someone else will take it in a very bad way and go and kill or destroy something. And it will be our own responsibility for that. So here, as I said, we don't need to put ourselves in a place of manipulation. That we will be very naive that someone could take us advantage. This is not good, really. It's not something good to happen. In addition, as I said, even if two people, they have any personal issues, they could solve their own problems alone. They don't need to engage other people and manipulate them. Or even if they did not put us and they only share those information publicly, we ourselves, we're supposed to be wise enough not to reshare those informations, because we don't have anything to do with other people's problem, especially those personal things happen between someone and another. So that is why we also have to think and not to engage ourselves in things that will put us in a trouble and a problems. And even also very important thing, if you really notice and saw something which is not good, instead of you taking the mobile, picturing, recording, and then you share it with people, first you have to approach come and try to fix that problem. Not only to complain or make another problem. And here, this is an ethical matter here. That is an ethical matter here. As a human being, as I said, that we are not perfect. Perfection is impossible for humanity. Perfection is impossible. That everybody and everyone expectable to make mistake, to do something wrong. So we have to think of that. Instead of directly judging or even try to put the person responsible for that, at least we're supposed to think about it very deeply, because life will put us the same place. And as people say, treat people the way you want to be treated, and give the people what you want for yourself. That is fair deal. That is a fair deal. Really very important. This is really very important. So that this way we will help other people to change. At the same time, we will grow. How we will handle issues and problems. That is a very important thing to do it. Even I said, if you have any personal conversations with other people, you just have to keep it private. And no need to waste that trust you have been given. Because a trust will be built very long period of time. Trust, it doesn't happen within 1 day or 2 days. It takes years. It takes years and decades. So if somebody gave you that, you don't need to come and waste it only for a simple misunderstanding. We have to think about it. We have to think about it very wisely. In addition, the last thing I will say is that also don't or try your best not to connect with other people virtually while you are sitting with someone or some people. In addition, to lower your own voice while you are talking with someone else online, especially on those urgent things, urgent calls. In addition, also don't take long talking to someone while also you are with other people, because that is like a dislike message that I don't want to say with you. That I don't want to say with you. Even though, as I said, like the ringing sound, you should reduce it also. You should reduce it so that you don't need to annoy the people whom are there. You don't need to annoy those people whom are there. Also, respecting other people's time. As I said, if you have a longer call, try even send a message to the other person that I'm really very busy at this time. Can I call you back? Or can I talk to you in a few minutes? That way. But not to make a call and then without asking the person, trying to keep the conversation. That is also a bad habit. We should think about it. Also, I said about the time, if you have any appointment with someone and you missed the appointment and the person called you or phoned you, where are you? And you are about about 10 minutes, okay, say I'm about 10 minutes to be there. But if it takes longer, frankly say it takes me half an hour or 1 hour, instead of just keeping the person waiting and lying, because that is lying too. That is lying, which is not good. And last thing is that, as I said, with the children, we don't need only like to take those devices and be given to children so that we can get space to do other things. To do other things. Because children will be addicted. And with that addiction, as I said, there will be health issues related to those radiation will come from those devices. Relating to those radiation come from those devices. That is why we should be careful while we are talking to children and giving them those devices in order to handle them or even to use their own time. That is not right. Also, we have to put in our mind that the children within those social media, maybe they will find something really very bad, which is not suitable for their own age. If it happened that we gave them, at least we should have kind of censorship. We should have kind of censorship to observe how those children behaving with the social media and whom are following. It's really very important here. And also, we don't know, maybe this way, as I said, we will make those children addicted, and then at last they will not love to stay in touch with the surroundings, with the social community, socially, with the community, or even with their own parents. They will not eat, they will not drink, they will not sleep, they will not study. All those issues, children, they will face it, and we are the reason. We gave them a reason to do that. Thank you so much. May God bless you. May God bless you within these really merciful days and blissful days we are living. May God bless. You are most welcome there. You see? So that is why it's really very important to take care of this thing, to be well aware, handling the social media and handling those informations. Social media are only means and really very good that we can use them. But we have to be careful about this. How are we handling them? I do thank you really very much for listening to me and having this simple conversation about the social media. And now I will give you some minutes, 5-10 minutes at least. So if anyone, he has or she has a comment in regard of social media, most welcome. I'm ready and I'm here with you in order to share whatever is possible with you in regard of social media rules and regulations and ethics. May God bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Any question? As I said, really, these days we need them, and I really think more about it, especially in terms of the peaceful society, because these things are affecting negatively in our community. It's affecting in our community. Okay, no problem. I'm here. I'm here. Because as I said, I was talking about the social media and how we supposed to handle the social media when somebody call us, when somebody talk to us, or even when we receive an information from someone. This is really very important. This is really very important, because nowadays, like, people, they only share information without even thinking. Why do we share other informations without thinking? Especially, as I said, with the hate speech. Now we have problems in our society related to tribes, related to sectarian violence, to racism and discriminations, and all because someone was really very angry, in an angry mood. He couldn't handle the way he talk or even write, and he shared something with other people, and that message will go viral. Okay, it will be spreaded widely, and other people, they will take it, and someone maybe will take it in a very wrong way and go and kill or destroy something or burn something, which is really very bad. In addition, as I said also about the trust, you see, we are human beings. Sometimes you just give trust to someone, your neighbor, your friend, your wife, or even part of your family. You will give trust. So for you being a human being, you will talk with somebody. You will talk with somebody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. May God bless you. It is very simple things, because we only need to think. We only need to think. God, the Almighty, Allah, He gave us mind. And this mind, we need to fill them with knowledge. That is in addition to what I said about the heart, that you will have the faith. So, about the trust, as I said, at least we supposed to think wisely, that we don't need to lose that trust with people. If somebody gave you trust, you have to respect that trust. To respect that trust. And you don't need to go badly. No. If any misunderstanding between you and someone else, you only need to go and discuss and solve that problem. But don't take those private informations, private messages, private videos or pictures and share it with other people. That is not good at all. It is not good, not ethical. We should have kind of respect to those privacy which happened between people. If we lost that trust, we will not gain it. We will not bring it back, because it was built. It was built years and years. Therefore, if anything happened between you and someone else, you try to discuss it personally. And in this matter, I said that there is what is called the electronic crimes. Electronic crimes. Easily, someone could go to court and sue you and complain there. You will be under two options: to be jailed or to pay fine. Paying fine is huge amount of money, which is maybe you will not be able to pay it, and even you are naive You are naive. So that is why before we share something with someone, before we re-share or even forward a message, at least we have to think twice. We have to think twice about the matter, and then filter it. As I said, just do kind of filtration and then reshare, because life is really very simple. Life is really very simple. Today we are here, tomorrow we may not be here. It is expectable that we will die. It's expectable that we will die, because God alone is taking care of our life. Therefore, we should take care of our life through what we share with people, the goodness, the good things that we will share with others. We are responsible about it. May God bless you. May God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. May God bless. So if any question in regard of social media, and how we supposed to handle social media. Social media, the good platform that we need to use it wisely and to be more wise. There are so many topics that we need to share it more and more. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The time is yours, really. I do appreciate for you being here, and that is a blessing of God, that God brought us together in order to have that kind of discussion and conversations, and it meant to be. I'm getting something from you, and you are getting something from me, and that is how life works. So at last, we are just trying to leave something good behind. And I always do say that be the person whoever see you will say life is still good. Life is still good, because really I do think that, and I believe we as a human beings, God who created us, He meant for us in order to have that good life, especially whatever it will come from our own mouth is supposed to be good and to help other people with. Because at last we are here to support each other and to help each other. This time we have in our hand, it meant to be used wisely and to have really very meaningful life, a life that which will be considered. So like today I'm here, and if it happened that I disappeared tomorrow, that I passed away, my life is gone, at least you will have such a videos like this. You will say, oh yeah, this guy, he was really very good guy, and the last thing that he was talking to us like this, you see. But for somebody to be remembered that he's doing bad things, he's saying bad words, he's doing bad things to other people, we will not even dignify who we really are, because God created us with that goodness within us, and He wanted us in order to be good. You see? So that is what we're supposed to do in our life. That is what we're supposed to do in our life. Just only to be very good human beings. Which is really very possible. Which is really very possible, because every day we do have a chance for that. Every day we do have a chance for that. May God ease and may God bless us in order to do that. I do remember the American actor, black American actor, his name is Washington Denzel. He used to say always, whatever you want to do, put God first. Put God first. You see? That is what he used to say. Even Muhammad Ali Klai, he used to mention that one day they asked him one day, Muhammad Ali Klai, the announcer, the interviewer, asked him, why don't you have bodyguards? Then he laughed. He said, I'm a believer. I believe in God. I do pray to God that God protects me, and I don't need someone else to protect me. That is why he never had bodyguards. Even we saw him when he came to Africa, to Sudan, and also to other Africans, to the other African countries. He was without bodyguards. You see? So having that kind of trust really and that understanding, really, it will give us the power and the energy in order to do more in life. Because people know that what is called God and the Almighty is always related to something which is supernatural, which is limitless goodness. So we as a human beings are also like that, and that is what we're supposed to live and be until we leave this life. Because really, as people say, life is a big play. Life is a big play in a theater. Okay? Everybody has his or her own part to play. Like in a movie, like in a theater, as I said, and suddenly we will be gone. So that is why we have to make sure always to do good and to be good, because that is what it will count, especially within these blissful days. May God bless you. More 5 minutes. I'm gonna be there with you. And God will, tomorrow I will also have a live talk, but that's going to be Arabically. It's going to be about peace. It's going to be about peace and about love and tolerance. That is tomorrow, same time. I will announce it on the page once I will finish this live. Thank you so much. Anyone there? Anyone has something? One more minute. One more minute, I'm going to be there with you. Most welcome, Mr. Donga. And also thank you, Lola. And all the people whom they were watching, I do thank you, really. I do thank you and appreciate for you being here. More 30 seconds. It was a wonderful day that we were here and we had nice time together, sharing and discussing. May God bless you until we meet next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Be blessed. Thank you.